Yo, what's up, everybody? Krakenell here, and we're going into day 2 of the daily spoilers for Marvel Superheroes Magic. This is same things I've been going over in my other video, just rebranding under the Krakenell, new channel, focus on magic and pack openings and reveals. But we got a lot to go through, so let's just get into this. So yesterday, in my previous video, we hit it long when we hit about 40 minutes, so we kind of cut out some of the things like this, and we focused on the main set. So these are going to be like your source material cards, privileged position, ravenous Tyrannosaurus, Sundering Growth, World Age Call. These are all reprints. Not that I think there was only one that was like not in arena yet, and I believe that was we'll get to it. Anyways, source material art, pretty cool. Got like Devil Dino there, She-Hulk, all the Avengers, pretty thematic. Escape to the Wild, Anthem of Champions, and Natural Growth. Grim Fate, Primal Vigor, Steady Resolve. I don't think Steady Resolve was on Arena either. Mechanized Production, Counterspell, Reconnaissance. We kind of get like a counterspell every set in the the bonus sheet. That is a cool. It doesn't scream counterspell to me, but it is really cool, and I love the mechanized production art. Deadly Dispute, which does seem like a pretty cool art for what it's doing. Final Act, awesome art, and No Mercy, I think is hilarious and pretty cool art too. Monstrous Rage is great. I mean, it fits the card, it fits the art. Fireman's Patience, Seize the Date. Concerted Effort, Final Showdown, Light of Promise, and I think Steel Shaper's Gift was the one that not on arena yet. Maybe like Hammer decks will want to use it, and then Teferi's Protection or T'Challa's Protection. I showed this off a little bit at the end of the video yesterday, but they are reprinting all of the secret layer commanders, which is a pretty big deal. And I looked it up on their website, or like the Where to Find Marvel stuff. These will be in play boosters, a little rarer than in the collector boosters, but you will be able to open these in the play boosters, which I think will help the price come down, help everybody kind of get their hands on them and play Commander. And I do believe that means they're coming to Arena as well. Photon Blast Barrage. This was like our first card we kind of got as I ended yesterday, and there's a few more, and we'll go through them. And even as I record this video, there's more coming out, so I'll have another video starting to prep. Photon Blast Barrage, red X. When you cast a spell, copy it X times. You may choose new targets for the copies, and then it does 1 damage to target creature. I think it's a little heavy cost in its draft play. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, it's kind of like the new. I'm trying out this full video in this format. I want to know if you guys like it. Basically, it's like just pulling up the card and talking about the card without having like the quick notes on the side and the name that you can already read, and kind of like just let me know how you kind of like this format. I think it's cleaner personally. It's not so jumbled. Spider-Man Woman Secret Agent 3. Thank you for my wife, my coffee. Spider-Man Woman Secret Agent 3 and Azorius Legendary Creature Spider Human Spy Hero. That's a tongue twister. Flash. When Spider-Woman enters, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature can't become untapped for as long as you control Spider-Woman. Like a Flood Pit Stroner. It's a little overcosted. I think that's like draft for the archetype, because if this was 3 total, like 2 in an Azorius, I think that'd be pretty strong. 3 is kind of a little bit too much. Cool art though. Iron Fist, Living Weapon, 2 and a red. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, morning time. Iron Fist gains tap. Iron Fist deals damage equal to his power to any other target. Ooh, any other target. Iron Fist. Oh, Iron Fist deals damage. Oh, so you cannot like Agatha's Soul Cauldron that, because it says Iron Fist does it. I was just thinking like you could Soul Cauldron that, but that like Monstrous Rage is not legal. I don't even know if it's legal in Pioneer. I don't play Pioneer. Let me know if it is. But you could pump this up, and so you're already targeting your creatures. So you target with a pump spell. You do not even have to go to combat damage to deal the damage, basically. So it can kind of like burn them out. So you can worry about pumping his power and then tap him and deal damage to a creature. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Origins of the Avengers. Anyways, yeah, to a creature or a player or anything. Sorry, burn. I think it goes good in like a burn deck or just. I think it's a cool card for an uncommon. Origins of the Avengers. 1 and a white. Scry 2. You may put a hero card with mana 3 value or less on your battlefield. If you don't, draw a card and then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. See, I think there's like this like blue and white hero-y swarmish deck. It's got like Coulson, this Cap. It's almost white weenie, but it's got maybe some green or white in there as well. So you play this on 2 and you scry. You put a creature with 3 on top, or you have one in your hand, and then on 3 you can deploy a 3 for free, and then another one, or 2 and 1, and then on the third one you get a counter and everything. I think that's pretty strong. At a rare, not sure about that, but it is pretty strong, especially in that style of deck. So you're getting a free creature. The superhero Civil War, 3 red white. Gain control up to up to 2 target creatures with total mana value 6 or less for as long as this saga's on the battlefield. So you'll get them for 3 turns? Oh no, 2 turns, because you'll have to sack it on the third. Creatures you control get 1/1, gain vigilance till the end of turn. And then target creature you control fights up to another target creature. So it's a kidnap, so you get to kidnap 2 of their creatures, give them 1/1 in vigilance, but then you can make them fight each other, technically. Or like you can have one of theirs fight a new creature they play, but then they're gonna get it back. But in theory, you're gonna take 2 of their creatures that are favorable in a fight to kill each other, attack with them for a turn, and then make them fight. Sounds very Civil War-ish. The Ruinous Wrecking Crew. X and a black red. Legendary creature, human villain. Ruinous Wrecking Crew enters X on counters on it. Already like it. When Ruinous Wrecking Crew enters, choose up to X. Discard a card, draw a card. Target opponent loses 2 life. Destroy target token. Each player sacks a creature of their choice. So for 3, you get a 3/3 that makes them sack a creature. I think that's great because I mean, if you think about, well, it's not instant speed, but like if you think about some common removal, Shieldred's Edict and stuff like that, that makes them sack a creature of their choice. I mean, 3 mana 3/3, but it scales, so you can make them sack, destroy a token, then make them sack their non-token, lose 2 life, draw a card, discard card, or discard draw. I think the card's pretty good. I think it's depending on what how the meta shapes up. I don't think this is like eternal playable, but it would be for, of course, Commander and I think Standard as well. Great art too. This one came out so far. We've only seen it in Japanese. I checked this morning before recording. It's Captain America Shield 2, Legendary Artifact Equipment, Indestructible. Equipped creature gets 0/8 and has a Vigilance. Whenever equipped creature attacks target creature controlled by the defending player, tap that creature, and it's got equipped too. So it's a low cost, low equip to give plus 0/8 in Vigilance, which I think that's a lot of stats. And you get to target a creature controlled by that. So yeah, you get to tap down a creature on a thing. That's pretty good. I mean, that is pretty good. It's 0/8 in vigilance, and then getting to tap a creature is nothing to scoff at. I mean, you could put this, funny enough, you could put this in the Kingpin deck and then pay the 2 life, and then you get to swing in for 8 minimum, you know, whatever their toughness was before you equip this, because it lets you hit with your toughness, not your power. Pretty cool. Great art. This one was funny. I actually saw this from another creator, like the Loop, Tana MTG. I didn't realize this when I first saw them, but I think they're fun in a commander deck. I don't think you're gonna assemble this in standard, but it's a combo. If it goes in like this order, you got Reed Richards out, and then when one or more tokens enter, you draw a card, and then when you draw a card, I guess technically Torch uh, could start it. When you draw a card, you deal a damage. And then the thing is, whenever you deal a damage, you get 2 1/1 counters. And then Sue is whenever you get 1/1 counter, you make a token. Then you loop it back to Reed, and whenever you get a token, you draw a card. So it's like an infinite loop. You'll do infinite damage with Torch, pretty much. Um, all on their own, Torch is probably the best one. Flying 2/2, and then every time you draw a card, you're doing a damage. And then he's got the power up. Although a 2/4 reach, um, but it has to have a token enter, so it just kind of depends on what kind of deck. But I think it's just cool that all together they create an infinite combo, and it's the Fantastic Four. So definitely, I'd slot all 4 of them in that Fantastic Four deck, even if they're a little underpowered on their own, just to have a 4-card combo and like casual commander. I think that's awesome. This one actually just came out this morning. Ultron Artificial Malevolence 3 for a 2/4. Legendary artifact creature robot villain. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you may pay 2. If you do, create a token copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 robot villain in addition to its other types. That's awesome. And it is a mythic. 3 mana 2/4 is pretty good. It also has a built-in mana sink. Whenever you may pay 2. So you can't, like, if you had 5 mana and you had like a 0 mana artifact, you could turn. So you're basically turning all your non-creature artifacts into creatures, and then anything you do play that is a non-token artifact. So if you played like a big artifact creature, you can copy it for 2. Pretty cool. But it's still legendary, so you can't copy like, your Iron Mans or whatever. These were Shield Flying Cars are rare. The other ones kind of just popped up, and they were, I'm assuming, just like draft archetype cards. Reptile, Dynamorpher, Green, Human Hero, Legendary Creature 1/2. A mana's 3 mana, and he becomes a 3/5 Vigilance Reach, and 6 mana, he becomes Colossal Dreadmaw. Kind of just draft chaff. I don't think this will be seen doing anything. We'll do Doc Samson, Super Psychiatrist, 4 and a black, or 4 and a green. Gamma Doctor Hero, 3/6. If you had put one or more counters on a permanent you control, put that many 1/1 counters on that permanent instead. Add X mana of any one color. X is his power. If it's the 1/1 theme, like the blue and green 1/1 theme. 5 mana is a lot. Not that much in Commander though, and you kind of do get like a Hardened Scales effect. And then Shield Flying card, 2 and a blue, flash flying. When this creature enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield. So that's pretty good, honestly. That's pretty on rate. Like, it's not like sometimes you get like an Essence Flux, but in the blue white blink deck that I was talking about, that has like Aang, and then maybe the new T'Challa and this. I don't think that's terrible at all, because it's like a blue white flash deck, and T'Challa also has flash, so some blue white flying flash nonsense is coming up. This also saves one of your creatures. replays their enter the battlefield effects. It's pretty on rate, like a power crept. Um, what was that called? Card called the Angel Restoration Angel. Um, this one came out right before I hit play, so we added him into the video. Baron Strucker, Hydra Overlord, two and a black, legendary creature, human villain. Villains cost one less. Whenever you cast another villain you control, you may have it connive. I guess a connive like right when it enters, which is that's even the tokens. Do this only once per turn. Okay, so you can only do that once per turn. But that's even if you're making like the tokens with Madam Hydra, the token can come in and connive as well. I really like the like villain archetype with like the conniving. It's kind of in all across Grixis. Because there was like the leader that triggers himself, and then Madam Hydra makes villains. And this is a second reduction. There's Tombstone from Spider-Man, so that's still legal as well. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. There's still some coming up right now as we do, and we haven't even covered commander cards. No big rush on covering the commander cards, I feel, as next week is like a commander week where we're going to see all the pre-cons and then we can kind of dive in everything. But I I'll show what I can. I go on vacation again tomorrow morning, so I'll probably have like another video or two today covering what's coming out like right now, and then maybe early tomorrow morning before I leave. Then I kind of will miss the tail end, and we'll make up for it when we get back on Monday or Tuesday. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll catch you guys in the next one.